6:50. I apologize for being tardy, but sometimes you can't get people to come to work. Do we want to do a roll call of the board? Establish quorum.
Sure. Palacios,
Present.
Lancaster,
Present.
Terry,
Present.
Vasquez, Rodriguez.
Okay, we'll move to item 2, which is approval of minutes for the Board of Adjustments meeting on February 5th, 2024.
I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, need a second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next, we'll go into the citizen comment period. Did we have anyone sign up for citizen comments today? I'm sorry? Oh, okay. So first person I have is Castro? Okay. Sarah, sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I pressed it twice. I have my notes written down. I'm sorry. It says, "Good evening, members of the Board of Adjustments. My name is Castro, and I'm here to humbly request your approval of variances needed for a gifted home for my parents. They had a home before, but due to helping me and my husband and my 2 daughters out during a hard time, they made the selfless decision to move to this property that they are at now for more space and sacrifice what they had for us. We're incredibly grateful for their support and now seek your understanding and support for these variances. These variances are crucial for ensuring this the functionality of the property for my parents' needs. We have addressed all the concerns, and your approval would not only fulfill a heartfelt gift that her boss of many years has gifted her, but also to a long dream that I think every American has, to have their own home. The home that is now there is very, very old, so it would be a great accomplishment for them to have this gifted home that she has worked for. She has been a housekeeper for more than 20 years, and for helping this last family that she has worked with, they gifted her this, I guess, process amount of money for her to build the home of her dreams. And this is the only thing that we are now coming to again for your approval, and thank you so much for your consideration.
Okay. All right, and then next person we have is Emmanuel Castro.
I'm Emmanuel Castro. I'm Bernardo and Perla's son. Hope y'all are doing good today. I'm here today to request variances for a residential project in line with the minimum size lot and variance for the minimum required lot frontage. This project means a lot to me and my family as we aim to build a home that fits our needs while respecting our community and zoning laws. Variances we're asking for aren't about skipping rules or making things difficult, but about adapting them to create a home that's functional and conforms to them. In essence, I'm just asking for the support to make our dream home a reality while still respecting the rules that govern our neighborhood and community. Thank you for your time and your consideration today.
Okay. All right, our action item for today is consider possible action on approval of resolution regarding a request following variances by Bernardo Castro for property located at 401 Sunflower Circle, Hays County, Texas. Variance of the minimum lot size of 1 acre for proposed lot 1 as required by Chapter 53 zoning, Article 2, Division 1, Section 53-36. And then a second variance for the minimum required lot frontage of 150 feet for proposed Lot 2 as required by Chapter 53 zoning, Article 2, Division 1, Section 53-33, Chart 1. And this time we'll move into the public hearing. Okay.
If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and do my presentation.
Okay.
That way, if anybody has questions. So yes, Board of Adjustments meeting tonight. This is BOA case 24-0013. The applicant lives at 401 Sunflower. They are requesting two variances from you tonight. The first is the minimum lot size of 1 acre for proposed Lot 1. And then the second variance is the minimum required lot frontage of 150 feet for proposed Lot 2. So each lot in this subdivision is requesting one variance per lot. Here, as you can see, the subject parcel here, the existing home is right here where the little arrow is. They're looking at 2 lots, a front lot here, and then the remainder will stay on the second lot. This is the breakdown of the 2 lots. So you can see Lot 2 with the existing home is accessed via 20-foot flag-shaped configuration with frontage along the street, Sunflower, and then Lot 1 meets the minimum lot frontage of 150 feet required by the zoning code. Again, they're requesting to subdivide this 2.19 acre tract. It is zoned agricultural. So the proposed lots are Lot 1 is 0.75 and Lot 2 is 1.44 acres. The 2 lots will maintain the existing single-family structure, and then there will be a new home constructed on Lot 1. To have the plat approved, a variance for the above references sections of the city zoning and ordinance must be approved by this board prior to recordation of that plat. The property was annexed as agriculture, but they never rezoned after the annexation was complete. So while the ag zoning district does allow single-family homes as a land use permitted by right, it does not count or provide additional development standards appropriate for the allowed use. So, for example, the minimum lot size of 1 acre and minimum lot frontage of 150 feet are appropriate for properties that are engaging in agricultural use, but may not always be appropriate for single-family developments, kind of as evidenced by what's being developed around them. Based on the frontage, you would only be getting about 2 houses per city block at 300 feet if you were to use those zoning standards for ag. Again, the property does have enough total acreage to meet the minimum requirements of lot size, but due to its shape, it creates a hardship trying to lay out those 2 lots that meet all the zoning regulations. Again, the ag minimum frontage is not really designed for those single-family homes. Again, about 300 feet is required for 2 homes. The existing home, the 0.75, their lot size is supposed to be 1 acre. That is a minimum. They are at 0.75. The minimum size for a septic system in this location, which this home will be serviced by, is a ½ acre. So they well exceed that. So based on the staff recommends approval of the variance due to following findings. 1, that ag zoning does not contemplate or provide appropriate development standards regarding minimum lot sizes and frontages for all of the other allowed uses. And then the parcel's unique shape creates a hardship to subdivide into typical residential lots. So I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have at this time.
So the position of the city is a recommended approval?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do we have any other questions for the city?
And so there's not easements or anything that it's gonna affect?
No, the applicant's actually dedicating as part of the plat some additional right-of-way. Sunflower is a private street with the property line kind of going down. There's an easement across that Sunflower sits on, so they have dedicated their portion of it for future right-of-way. So as the area continues to develop, if we see other subdivisions or go through rezonings, we've already started that process of getting public right-of-way. Water is not provided for by the city. That's a separate utility provider. They do have the capacity to serve that home. So really septic was the main issue. So that's why they went for a larger than just the minimum lot size of 0.5 to accommodate multiple types of septic systems if they needed to. But all the easements as far as what's required for setbacks and access, those have all been met. We've also verified that the proposed home will fit on the proposed lot. So even though ag zoning has several larger setbacks for sides and rear of 25 feet, they'll still be able to meet all of those.
Is there any restriction on them being able to rezone that, or is it a timing issue?
They could, as an applicant, always rezone it, but this property is kind of in the center of a large agricultural zoning district. Staff would prefer a more holistic approach when looking at rezoning that process. We did consider that as a city-initiated rezoning and choosing a zoning district that would probably meet their needs as far as setbacks go. But without kind of doing a full dive and getting other property owners involved, and then to fast track this timeline, the applicant has started this process almost 2 years ago. Through several delays, we're trying to find the fastest route to get them moving on their project, and that's why we chose this one.
If this property was zoned RS1, or rather a residential serve for single-family homes, would it be compliant? Or is
The
there still an issue
the configuration would be a little bit different probably. If they were under another residential zoning district, they would most likely meet all of their lot frontages. But due to the kind of configuration in the back and the acreage needed for the septic, there may still be another variance. We looked at some scenarios to try and see if it would meet. There might be one case where it would meet, but it kind of would depend on the layout and what that septic is, so.
with? Okay. Any other questions?
No.
All right, entertaining motion?
Nope.
We open
Oh.
and close the public hearing.
I'm sorry. At this point, we'll close public hearing, and, I'm sorry?
We did not open the public hearing.
Oh, I did that before we started. Oh. Okay, so open the public hearing then? All right, open the public hearing at 7:02. Do I need to have any addressing? Okay.
Anybody want to speak on the public hearing?
Do you want to speak again on the public hearing? Okay. At this point, we'll close the public hearing and move to entertain a motion on the action.
I'd like to move to accept both variances as presented by the city. Do you want me to be more specific than that?
No, it's fine. And then we need a
I
second?
second.
Okay. All right, any discussion?
Good.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, so unanimous consent. Both variances pass. Being no other action items today, we'll close the Board of Adjustments meeting at 7:04.